Hey, how you doing? This is Coach Mark, and I hope you're having an absolutely amazing week. Now, I want to give you a few things to think about. I'm not going to go into goals too much this week. I'm going to say that for next week. But I do want you to start thinking about we're getting close to the final quarter of the year, right? Depending on when you're watching this video. But we're getting close to the final quarter of the year, the final 3 months of the year. And I want you to kind of like think about where you're at right now. Okay, think about the goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year. I want you to think about maybe, how much progress have you made towards those goals? Where are you at in relations to where you want it to be? Have you given up? Did you give up like most people after 2 or 3 months? Now, we're going to go into goals a little bit more next week, but I want you to start putting some thought into it and just realize that, we still have a quarter of the year left. You're not done with the year yet. Don't give up on your goals for the year. Just think about, just start putting a little thought into where you want to be, how you'd like to finish the year out, because sometimes it's not really about how you start, but more so how you finish the year out. All right. Well, the thought that I really want you to think about this week is I want you to think about this. I want you to become more like a baby, right? I want you to become more like, now that sounds a little crazy, right? But I do want you to become more like a baby. And let me tell you why. To me, babies are genius, right? I truly believe that we are all born geniuses and life just has a way of somehow de-geniusing us, right? But I want you to think about becoming more like a baby just for the standpoint that, if you really look at a baby, right? A baby, well, when a baby sits there and watches everybody else walks, right? The baby wants to walk as well. So the baby, after a while, once the baby, it's going to try for months to stand up and it'll fall back down. Let's try to stand up, fall back down. It'll try to stand up, fall back down. And then once it, and it keeps working at it. It keeps working it. A baby never gives up. You never ever see a baby stand up one time, falls down and says, you know what? This walking thing isn't for me. I'm not cut out for this. I'll just go ahead and just sit in this high chair for the rest of my life. No, a baby has determination. A baby has persistence like nothing else. The baby sees everybody else standing up and walking, and baby says, you know what, I'm going to stand up and walk too, right? Baby just keeps getting up, keeps getting up. Then once he can stand up on his own, he stands up there, he's kind of wobbling a little bit, but he's starting to kind of get his balance, right? Then he'll try to take a step, he'll fall. What does he do? He stands back up and he keeps going. He keeps going until what? Until he figures it out. What happened to us? Why can't we do that as well, right? A lot of times we try to stand up, we fall down, and we're out the game. We say, man, this isn't for me. This isn't going to make it. I just can't be successful at this. Nah, we need to start thinking more like how babies think, right? And maybe they're not thinking about anything, and maybe that's the good part about them. They're not sitting there saying, I don't think I could make it or whatever. A baby just knows. Maybe sometimes we have to be ignorant in something, right? We have to, and maybe that's what it is with the baby. Maybe the baby's just ignorant and they don't even realize, they're not even thinking about it. They just know that they see everybody else standing up and walking, and that's what they're going to do. And that's probably how we need to look at it as well, right? Because so many times we start something and then we quit, right? Just because we fall down one time, we end up quitting. And we need to be more like that baby and say, you know what? Regardless of, it doesn't matter how many times I fall, I'm going to keep getting up until I can walk. And that's how you get to the true level of success. And as I've studied the most successful people that have ever lived, every single one of them had hard times, right? Hard times don't elude anybody. Everybody's going to have setbacks, hard times, disappointments and whatnot. But the people that stand up and walk like the baby are the people that make up their mind that no matter how many times they fall, they're going to get up. They're going to keep getting up. They're going to keep getting up until they finally get their balance. Then they're going to take a step. And even if they fall, they're going to get up. They're going to take a step again. They may fall. They're going to get up. They're going to take a step. Now they took one step. Woo! They're going to take 2 steps, and they just keep going until they're able to walk, until they're finally able to run. And that's what we need to do. If we want to be successful, we got to keep getting up. No matter how many times we fall, we got to keep getting up until we accomplish our goals. Well, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much, and until next week.